Hello viewers, it's been a while, hasn't it? Don't worry, the only reason why it's been so long is because the Capri, the Calypso, is taking a long time. There's lots of welding on it. I think I've said in previous videos I've never welded before, so it's all completely new, so I'm trying to do it but also learn at the same time. But don't worry, she's still there. You can see she's on a bit of a lob because doing plenty of welding work on there and stuff. So I'm just doing all the sills down here and stuff. It's just taking ages. So I'm just doing what I can in between work, in between family, all that kind of thing, you know. So yeah, it's taken a while. So to scratch my itch of, you know, being constantly welding all the time, I thought I need something else to do. There's a few bits to do on the other Capri, on the cabaret there, but I really wanted to get stuck into something else, really give something a shot, whether it's I find something that's been off the road for a while or just something that really interested me. So one day I was just on eBay, doom scrolling as you do, looking at the old tat on there of the old cars and stuff, see what's in the area and stuff, and I seen something and I thought, oof, I've always loved that shape car, its presence, you know, its brand, and the price was really good. Well, really cheap. Does that make it really good, or does that mean it comes with a heap load of problems? Well, but I took a gamble. I got in touch with the guy selling it, and without actually seeing the car, I committed the sin of buying it without seeing it at all. I mean, a few questions back and forth, you know, but yeah, so I took the plunge and bought it, and well, do you want to know what it is? Can you see it? There's a clue. That, my friends, is a 1990 Daimler, not a Jaguar, the Daimler, the posh one, XJ40 or XJ6, however, you know, whatever the namings are for it. How about we take a look, eh? And here she is, Daimler. What a beauty. Now it is a bit dirty, but overall, I think she's in a good shape, really. I mean, yeah, there's a few areas of bubbling and whatnot, but apart from that, she looks really, really straight. Like, lovely bit of bubbling there and whatnot, but nothing extensive, you know. Nice tow bar on the back there. Alright. Daimler. There's a few issues, so this lens looks like it's cracked and whatnot. Well, yeah. Open that. But overall, especially from the outside, pretty good. Little nick there, but yeah, I'm well chuffed with it. Well chuffed. Bit more down the bottom, but I just think this shape I've always liked. It's such like a handsome car. Now, it did have a few issues, obviously. It was only a cheap thing on eBay. Got a little crack there. I think the inside's gone in there compared to the other side, you know. Not as shiny, but could do with a clean. But it's complete, you know. Should we have a look inside? Ooh. Oh, you can smell the leather inside here. Someone's had an accident on there, I think. I shouldn't have probably touched that, but you know. But what a cracking thing. So it could do with a good clean. There's just areas that are dirty, and the seats just need bringing back to life a bit, but apart from that, let's see what. Whoa. Let's turn the ignition on and that window's decided to open. Well, we know that works. So, just turn the ignition on. Oh, why does that keep opening? Put that back up again. Oh, right. Ignition on. Okay. Ooh, focus. Yeah, there's a few lights there, but what have we got? Anti-lock, bolt of lightning, bulb, gearbox. But let's see what works. So we've got controls down here. Mirrors. Oh, that works. That one. Oh, yeah, that works. Windows. Doesn't sound the best, but it's a bit slow, a bit sluggish, a bit squeaky. But it did it. Oh, that one. Oh, yeah. Amazing. What about that one? Oh, yeah, that one's good. Ooh. Just noted the headlinings being stapled in place in a few areas, but you know, it's doing its thing for now, I guess. But what else works? I know all the lights work. I've already tested that. Radio.
Myself, Vicky's been on, said, wonderful show as ever, and happy Mother's Day to everyone for tomorrow. Come on, Vicky.
Radio works. Fans, I know they work. Interior light. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah, they work. Anything in here? Ooh. Ooh, bit stiff. Old tray. Mirror. Ooh. There you go. Wow. Ooh. Ooh, what was that meant to? Oh, that back on that. Ooh. Mirrors, yay. What's running on this one? Oh, this one's a bit. Ugh. Ugh. Yeah, they work. Oh. Ooh, electric seats, that works. That works. That works. That works. Heated seats. Ooh, orange lights coming on. Whether they heat up. Oh, that side. That works. That works. That works. That works. Is the orange light on? Yeah. God. Everything works. I know the lights work. I've tested them. Wipers. Oh, yeah, they work. What else is there? I mean, speed control, trip computer, fuel. Well, it says average fuel on there already, 13.7. I'm guessing that's miles per gallon. Ooh, it's a thirsty thing. Half a tank of fuel. Battery looks a little bit low. Yeah. I'll have to find out what these are as well. Should we go for a start? Oh, it just made it. But it's running. Okay, so lights remaining. Bulb, electric, bolt, anti-lock. That could be a tricky one, the anti-lock one. Yeah, bulb. That's a strange one because I know they all work. But isn't it nice in here? I'll just let it warm up a bit, then we'll pop the bonnet. But look at the back seats as well. Look at that. Oh, we're gonna have to have a jump off. What's in the parcel shelf? Oh, there's sun things. Have a look. Oh, this is nice. Back here, the seat's right back where I've been sat, but there's still plenty of leg room for me. Vents. What does that do? That just control what these do? Stick that light here. I don't know what that is. Off, feet, up and... don't know. Yeah, not sure about that one. But, oh, little lights in the headrests. Now, I think these have picnic tables out of the work. Ooh, there we are. Oh, look at that. That's in really good condition as well. Really good condition. You've still got like a little foam piece in there. Ooh. Beautiful. Anything in there? No. This one? No. Ooh. Little ashtray there. I'll pop out this one. Whoa, that one works nice too. Note in there though. Daimler. Ooh, what are them things? Oh, the lights. Like ooh, is it meant to do that? It's like a little reading light. There's one on there as well. Oh, yeah. Oh, there was so much stuff. And then, ooh, and this. Oh, look at that. That'll hook up into there. Ooh, will it go back in? Go on, go on. A little bit of persuasion. Yep, there we are. God. Oh, isn't there? Oh. Yep, definitely needs a clean. But then you've got this as well. No cup holders though. The days of when people didn't drink liquids. But it's really nice back here. Plenty of room. Well, apart from this headlining, which has been hastily stitched into place. You know. But oh, I haven't tried the sunroof. See if I can reach. Oh yes, we have sun. Oh, and the Jaguar emblem there. Even that's a Daimler. Oh god, stretching. God, what a lovely thing this is. Ooh. I should go pop the bonnet. Can I do this with one hand? Oh. Oh god. And there she is. 4 litre, straight 6. And she sounds nice. Yeah, it's a bit dirty, but it looks, apart from that, ignore that. It looks pretty good. The fan there. Oh. She sounds really sweet, really smooth. Oh. I am well chuffed with this. So the first thing I'm going to do with this is get it booked in for an MOT before I even do anything. It's a good way to get a list of things that need doing. Just a quick list of how to get it on the road, and all the other cosmetic stuff like, you know, lenses and things like that. They can be repaired like as time allows. But if we get some, if it fails or passes or whatever, I don't know. I can't see anything majorly wrong with it, apart from the ABS light. Oh, is that still on? Has it cleared? No, yeah, it's still on. It's still on. Yeah, but if we get it in for an MOT, and then we'll know where we're going. So, I've had the Daimler in for an MOT. Drum roll please. It failed. No shocks there really, but it didn't do as bad as I thought it would. I thought there'll be some under stuff that, cause I haven't been underneath the car or anything, you know, brake wise and things like that, or bodywork wise, because I did the usual sin of buying a car unseen on eBay. But yeah, so the MOT list, let's have a look. So we got fail, repair immediately, parking brake efficiency below requirements. So I just need to adjust the handbrake. Side repeater, incorrect colour, offside. So, see that bulb's orange in there? This one is white. So that went down as a major. I mean, a couple of bulbs, hopefully just adjust the handbrake. But the other one, which I suspected, the anti-lock braking system warning lamp indicating ABS fault, which it is on there, so that's going to require a bit more investigating, which on an old car like this, when it was like the early days, so this is 1990, early days of computers, ECUs going into cars, it could throw up quite a few electrical gremlins. Electrical stuff isn't quite my thing. Oh, that's going to be an interesting one. So I'll have to have a little dig into that and see what I can do. So I noticed as well there's a bit of bubbling here. Oh, that's a bit loose. Okay, that's a bit loose. But it looks like that's been cut. So you would have been able to, you know, pull a lever and that would pop this open. But yeah, that's been cut. And that looks bent. Okay. I think what's happened there is that's got stuck shut. And for somebody to try and open it, they've levered something in here to be able to cut that bolt to be able to open it. Oh well. Oh well. I just noticed on the other side as well, it's also got a bit of bubbling in the corners here and stuff that to do with tidying up as well. But yeah, not too shabby. Not too shabby at all. So I've been doing a bit of reading up on the ABS issue, you know, going on the forums and stuff online, and one thing to do a test on to try and get the codes of the faults, so you can't plug a laptop into these, is what's called a blink test. Now, I've never heard of it before. The MOT guy was actually telling me about it as well, so I thought I'd give it a go. So when I had a look into it, you have to like do a jumper cable in the boot, turn the ignition on, and then the light will flash on the dash, and that will tell you, or how many times it flashes is the number of the code. So I just thought, let's give it a go and find out. I've never heard of this test before. I'm just giving it a go, so let's see if it works. So I'm in the boot. So on the right hand side, this is where the ECU for the anti-skid controller, it's called on here, for the ABS. But also there's this plug connection here, and what you do, you jumper a cable like this across it. Black wire for the ground, and then I think it's brown and pink for something. Don't know what it does, but there you go. So I've jumpered that. So apparently, if I just turn the key to like the ignition 2 position, it'll start flashing stuff at me. So let's see if it works. Okay, so the ignition's off. Where's the keys? Keys are in the boot. Oh, a bit stiff. Right. Right. So, keys in. Ignition 1, ignition 2. Let's see if this does anything. So a bit of glare there. There we are. Okay. Oh, it's working. It's flashing. It's working. It's doing something. I meant to count these. What's it doing? Oh, it's flashing. Right. I might have to start this again, because while I'm recording, I've missed what I'm meant to be doing. Right. Let me just turn it off. And I'll turn it back on, and I'll try and count. So I'll close that. I'll get in and close the door, because that is a main road there. Just I'm not blocking anybody. Right. Let's do it again. So, ignition on. Keep an eye on the anti-lock. 1, 2. Okay, 2. 1. So 2, 1. Is that it? 1, 2, 3. 2, 2, 1, 3, 2. Is it done? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1. So was that 21, 32, 61? But I've noticed as well the bulb's gone off. That went out. I've never seen that go out yet. You know, just when I've been playing around with it, turning the engine, starting the car and stuff. Oh no, it's back on. Oh well, jinx that one, didn't I? Right, I'm gonna have to write down them numbers and do a bit of digging and see what we come up with, see what it means. Here's a strange turn of events. So in the boot, I've just took that wire out, that jumper cable, shut the boot, you know, and tidied it up. I started the car again, and it's gone off. There's no anti-lock symbol anymore. It's gone. It's fixed itself. So I'm hoping it stays that way. If that just stays off forevermore, then I'll just fix them bulbs and sort the handbrake. We're laughing. Get in. That's amazing. This car wants to live. It's coming back to life. Oh my god. That's really annoying, that bulb symbol there, and I need to find out what that is. Right, I've been doing some digging in the the online forums. So remember we did them blink test codes. and I've done a bit of deciphering to find out what they are. Sorry, I can just see that rear window just having a mind of its own there. I don't know why it's doing that. I don't know whether it's the button's a bit sticky or something. Put that back up. Anyway, so yeah, so I've decided what the codes are. So this is for the ABS. So when it blinked a 2-1 code, which says main valve, 32 sensor right front, and 61 a short circuit leak. I mean, the light's off, and I've started the car up twice now, and it's remained off. So is it fixed? I don't know. But say if it is, because a few times when I've come to the car, it's like something is draining the battery, because sometimes it can be a bit sluggish. So that's what makes me think the 61, the short circuit leak, is something that is happening somewhere, and that's what I think that lightning bolt symbol might have something to do with it. You know, there's a short circuit somewhere which is like just slowly draining the battery, so when it's been left a day or two, it struggles to start or doesn't start. But when I've looked at that as well, so in the handbook came with the car, it says lightning bolt circuit failure eliminates when a fuse has failed with additional detail of which circuit has failed by pressing the vehicle condition monitor VCM button. So when I click that, which is just here, now see where the miles per gallon is? It pops up saying fuse 1. So if I try and press reset, it goes back to fuse 1. Now fuse 1 apparently refers to, I'm about to open the door, but there's a car coming. Just a second. There's fuse boxes down here. Now, when I first got the car, and I seen that lightning bolt was there, and that fuse 1 was on there, and trying to figure out whether it's linked, I've tested the continuity of all the fuses in there. The fuses in there, and there's a fuse box there as well, and all of them are fine. So I don't know what that is or why it's on. In the same way, I don't know why that bulb out is still on. I don't know. So yeah, mystery that, but it's not an MOT failure anyway. Just decided to put itself down again. Let's see if I can get it to go back up. Oh, there we are. Right, back up. I don't know why. It seems that the ABS is fixed, but then the Windows decided to take its place as a fault. But yeah, I don't know whether I need to dig further into these things. That Windows has come down again. Yeah, I don't know whether I need to do some more digging into what them faults are. Maybe I don't have to do it straight away. It's not something I need to do for the MOT. But yeah, strange one. Very strange indeed. So I think cracking on next will be the handbrake adjustment and replace some bulbs with some orange ones. And you never know, that might actually sort the issue out. Might do, might not. If it does, great. And then it'll be ready for a retest. And if we get a clean bill of health, MOT, it's ready to hit the roads. Put that window up. Stay. Stay. Right, so I'll catch you in a bit. Okay, so the next job I'm going to do is I'm going to adjust the handbrake cable, which is underneath the car. So you can see I've got it jacked up on axle stands. I've got bricks under each of the other wheels. As you can probably tell, quite noisy. As you can probably tell, my driveway is on a bit of a slope, which makes it a bit naughty to get under there. It makes me a bit nervous, but needs must, because although the Capri's in there and which will move, my garage isn't long enough because of the workbench at the back there. So I'm just going to do it here. So I'm going to wiggle myself underneath, see if I can fit under there, and I've had a little read through the manual, so there should be just a locking nut to undo and then adjust it, and then hopefully that should be it. Not much to it, but I've probably just jinxed it and it'll probably all go wrong, and you know, always does. So yep, I'll see you under there. Okay, so I'm underneath the car and this is what I need to adjust. Oops, sorry. So I think I need to undo that locking nut, and then I think I have to put the spanner on that bit to adjust it. But yeah, but that's where it splits off and goes to each wheel at the rear. So it looks a bit dirty, so I'll give it a bit of a clean, just like wire brush and whatnot on there, and then probably spray some stuff on it as well just to lube it up a bit, and then try and do that. It's very tight under here, so I apologise if I can't record it properly, because I've got the two exhaust boxes here, the mid boxes are here, so I can't really get a good angle on it, so bear with me. Just a note on it as well, because they failed it on the MOT, but in the handbook it says 3 to 5 clicks. In between that, any more than that on the handbrake, then you know it needs adjusting. But I didn't think it was too bad, so it's off at the moment, so let's count how many. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I have to give it some force there to get it to the 5th one, but I can get it to 6, so it shouldn't be too much adjustment, hopefully, to go there, because even that's a struggle to get off there, so it shouldn't take too much adjustment to do. And then yeah, hopefully that's that. Now I'll get under the car. Hello. So obviously it's not going to plan. Well yeah, I'll show you. So for example, this locking nut, nice 13mm on there, like that. When I try to undo it, it won't budge, and all it's doing is it's twisting this. I mean, I've soaked it, but I'm worried about putting too much force in it that it bends this and, you know, breaks something. So I'm letting it soak for a bit. But I think what I might try once I get out of here is, I've got the wheel off anyway, just I wanted to give myself better access, but in here, so I think it's in the right place. I don't know how to put a light on this, but in there, will it focus? I don't know. But in there's like a little sprocket that you can sort of adjust. And what I've done, I've just stuck a screwdriver in there. Where's my screwdriver? There it is. Like so. And I've just levered it like this. So I'm not physically touching it there, but so I'm on the sprocket there and I've pushed down. So I'm turning it, you know, for looking in that direction, clockwise. And that has, so I can still, well, it's hard to do with just one hand, but that does turn. So I might do the same on the other, and then hopefully that sort of adjusted the actual brake shoes inside. So when I pull the cable, the handbrake mechanism should hopefully be adjusted. I might have to knock it back a bit, it might be a bit too tight, but yeah, it's a starting point anyway. So yeah, I'll crack on with that and see how that goes. So I've done the one side at the moment, what I've just shown you. So I'm going to give the handbrake mechanism a test and just see how many clicks we get out of it now. So I'll just, there we are. So handbrake's off. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right. So before we got it to 6 clicks, which I could do with one hand, I can get it to 5, but I can't get it to 6 just with the one hand. So that tells me, even though I've only just done the one side, that if I did the other side, that might get it in range, if you like. So I think that's working. So I'll put the wheel back on that side, get the other side up, do the same thing, and then hopefully it probably lands max 5 clicks, but hopefully about 4 or something like that, then it's bang in the middle, which would be perfect. And then that's one MOT, major ticked off the list of things to do. You might have noticed the cable earlier in the video. I'm currently charging the battery because something is drawing power from the battery, it's draining it. So if I leave it for like say 2 days, like I've been at work last few days, you come back to it and the battery's not dead, but yeah, it might start, but if it doesn't start first time, it won't have enough power to keep cranking. So there's definitely something somewhere that's drawing power. So we did have on the dash that lightning bolt symbol, and when I go on like into like the computer system on it, it tells me like fuse 1. I've checked the fuses and everything. So yeah, so something's shorting, something's drawing current, and I'm not sure what. It'll be a minefield trying to find out what that is. It'll take some time. You have to go through every wire on the car almost. Maybe the computer's a clue saying fuse 1, so maybe just focus on those circuits. But there's a piece of me that also doesn't slightly trust the computer, what it's telling me, because is that right? Don't know. It could be telling me lies. It could be something wrong with the actual illumination on the dashboard or something like that. You just never know, because it's the very early days of ECUs, and that's when I'll start appearing in the cars and stuff, so it can be a bit fragile, temperamental after what, nearly 40 years, 36 years this car. So yeah, I'll do the other wheel and see how that adjusts, then hopefully that's that ticked off. So bear with me. Okay, so I've done the same again on this side. I've stuck a screwdriver through that porthole and adjusted it, so I tightened it right up till it wouldn't go any more, and I couldn't move the hub, so I just flattened it off by like 2, I don't know, flicks if you like. So I'll get in the car and see what kind of clicks we get on the handbrake just before I put that all back on. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So I can get to 5, but it's a hell of an effort to get there. Yeah, like the 5th one I do struggle to get, so I might tighten it by 1 more click again. So it's just kind of guesswork. I'm just I felt you can hear it inside. It's like adjusting the springs. 3, 4. Oh, yeah, 5's an effort. I mean, I think that'll be alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's me going for 6. Sorry, the camera's shaking about, but I'm trying to heave it into 6 clicks, but I can't get it. Can I move this with one hand? 2 seconds. Okay, so I think I'm going to be happy with that, where they're adjusted to, so I can move them by hand, but only just. So the brake shoes are against the drum. I can get to 5 clicks on it, but it is that is heaving it. It's really pulling it tight to that point. So I'm hoping that's a tick off the MOT list. I'm just waiting for some bulbs to arrive. It said either between today, which is a Tuesday, and Thursday. They'll only take 2 minutes to fit, dead easy. I'm going to put the wheel back on, drop it back down, and then I'll start her up, and then I'm going to have all fingers crossed that the ABS light is still off. I'm hoping it just stays off, because then it's MOT ready. Once I get the bulbs ready, bulbs delivered and fitted, then it's done. So I'm hoping I get them all sorted. And then it's a Tuesday today, so I'll get it in for another the MOT retest with the same place. It's a 14-day window, and then hopefully from there we'll have a Daimler that we can just use, hit the road with. All the other stuff I can just do as time allows, as time permits and stuff, you know. Otherwise, she'll be a good one, you know. I just can't wait. Like, I'm walking past it on my driveway all the time, and I'm just always looking at it, you know, just having a glance, and annoying that I can't use it yet. The neighbours love it, family love it, little one loves it. So I'm just looking forward to, you know, nice sunny days out. Like a lovely sunny day today would be perfect for something like this, just to go wafting down the country roads and stuff like that, you know. So yeah, watch this space, and I'll see you in a bit. Right, I've had another play around with the ABS, and I think I fixed it. I think I found what the issue was. Thankfully, it seemed to be something quite simple. So what I was doing whilst I was just at the jack and things, I thought I'll have a look at the ABS sensor on the front driver's side, because that was one of the things, or one of the blink codes that came up. And I just traced it back, you know, from the hub into the car, and I came across this connector, which I'll show you. So it comes to this. Now, I had the electrical cleaning spray, so I thought, alright, I'll unplug it, give it a spray, you know, just to see if that'll do anything. And one of the pins in there was pushed back, so rather than it being protruding, it was sat flush on this side. So I think if, you know, for whatever reason, someone's had it apart and they've put it together, the pin hasn't lined up, and it's, you know, hasn't connected. So I pulled the pin back into its position, connected it back up, and then I put the key in the ignition, and I didn't turn the car on. I had to put it onto, it was either 1 or 2 ignition. And I seen this kick in, this started to move, which was telling me, right, that's alive, it's pressuring up, which I thought, I hadn't seen it do that. Turned the car on, no ABS light. Took it for a drive, and I'll turn the camera on. And I took it for a drive, just up the road. Don't tell the fuzz, because it doesn't have an MOT yet, obviously. Took it about 20-30 mile an hour, slammed the brakes on, and the ABS works alright, which is the result. I just took it for a spin around the village and whatnot, and it hasn't come back on since. I've got back, turned the car off, started it on, and yeah, it's staying off. So I think all the troubles was that connection there. I think that's what the issue was all along. So, result, yeah, just waiting on the bloody bulbs to arrive now. Then I can get it booked in for an MOT and have this thing back on the road. So, yeah, join me in the next bit and, yeah, see what happens. Well, we've got indicators now, nice orange ones. That was a chew on, to be fair, because the bulbs I got for it, which I thought were the right ones, well, they are according to the side of them, 12 volt 4 watt bulbs, as it says on the actual indicator, like lens bit, actually tells you, don't work. None of them work. Now I don't know whether it's a bulb thing or a car thing. So I ended up buying some other ones, and these are 12 volt, I don't know if you can see, 12 volt 23 watt. So I didn't expect these to work, but they do. So now I can get this rebooked in for an MOT. Today's a Thursday though, so the only issue I'll have is you might not have space available this week, so I might have to wait till next week, which is really annoying, just because of them bloody bulbs. They were the worst bit, trying to find bulbs that fitted. Yeah, so I'm going to give the bloke a ring now, see if I can get booked in, and then, yeah, get it re-MOT'd. Bad news, everyone. Well, 1, I've got an eye infection, so... 2, I've just went to take it for a retest, and sat in the lobby, as you do, all excited, because, you know, I've done the jobs on it. And the bloke came in and said, you might want to check under your car, looks like there's a big puddle of power steering fluid. So I went out, had a look, and there was. And he didn't retest it, because he just thought, you know, what's the point? Because it'll just fail. So but he still took up on the ramp for us, and we had a look underneath and stuff, and it looked like the power steering pumps failed. Well, it still works, it's just, yeah, losing all its fluid. So yeah, we're going to have to continue doing some jobs on this car. So you can I'll show you underneath. Oh yeah, so you can see it dripping out there all over my garage floor, under the wheel. Yeah. So when we were having a look, when it was up on the ramp, probably can't see, but right, ow, hot. But right under here, see my finger just there, the pump's under there. So that's going to be a bit of a pig to get to. Because we were hoping up on the ramp, something might just need nipping up. Just a bit of a loose connection, loose pipe or something like that, but it looks like it's coming from the pump itself. So yeah, I'm gonna have to figure out how to get to that, because there's lots of things in the way there, of how to get it out, and maybe have to buy a new pump. I thought it'd be too good to be true, only spending a few quid on a few bulbs to get it through its MOT, but one of those things, I guess. So yeah, I'll crack on, do some research how to get this pump out, consult the Haynes manual, and then we'll go from there. So yeah, see you in a bit. Okay, so I have been doing things. So because of the power steering issue, it's why she now looks like this. So I've made a start on getting the pump out, the power steering pump. So obviously went to the Haynes manual, so that's the pump there, which looks lovely. So disconnect 2 pipes, undo 3 bolts, and Bob's your uncle. So that unit, even though in the pictures it looks, like there's lots of access, was down here and under the manifold. It was very tight. The pipes were easy enough to get off. That's one, and that's one. But yeah, 2 of the bolts were a nightmare to get to, but got it out in the end. And the unit is, bear with me, here. I've just been trying to give it a bit of a clean up. So that's your pump, and that sort of connects it to the drive of the engine, if you like. So in there is your little cog which attaches to the engine, and that turns the pump, gives you your power steering. So what I think's been happening, so as you can see there's a hole here, so I think that's like an inspection hole, if you like, so you can see these teeth, the condition of these when it's actually in the car, or something like that. So I think the power steering fluid, so it sits in the car that way up, so that hole on the bottom has been pissing out of there, because I think the seals of this, so underneath, try and get, have perished. So I think this has been filling up with power steering fluid, going out that hole and all over the floor. So what I think we have to do is, I've been trying to do a bit of research on it. Apparently you need a special tool, which, see in there there's a thread. So you get a special tool, thread it on, basically like a puller, pull it out. Now I don't have one, so might have to get creative with this to see if I can just pull that out. I do have bolts that fit, but not long enough to come above this, to give me like leverage on it. So I'll need some longer bolts that will protrude, and then I can, I don't know, even fabricate something that will pull that out. But I might have to go to the internet forums to see if that the way you do it, because do I have to split this first, from the pump unit, or do I just pull it out straight from there, put new seals in, push it in? Because even pushing it in, how much force is required to push that into place? And does that have to be that'll have to be at a certain height and stuff, so it fits the drive cog in the car? Yeah, I'll have to do a bit of research on that one, but I'm glad I've got this far anyway, so at least I've made a start. I'll have to do some more research. So yeah, wish me luck on this. It's going to be a tough one. Hello, so it's been nearly a week, a few seconds for you guys, but nearly a week. So Friday was when I took it for its MOT retest, and that's when the power steering decided to fail, dropped a load of fluid all over the floor, I'm sure you've just seen. So I've ordered a new part, a new pump with adapter, and like I say, it took a week, so it's just got here. So the new part, well, I call it new, it's second hand, but that's the new one, that's the old one there. So I'm going to refit this back in, top it up with some power steering fluid, and see how that goes. Okay, so this is the pump. So I've put this is the new one in there. It's only on one bolt at the moment. I've only put that one bolt on. The other one's under the manifold, and the other one's under the pump itself. It fit on quite nicely. The other two bolts are going to be a pain because I can't see them and the space is very limited. But that's it in position. You can see how hard it is because you've got this manifold cover, which I've tried to take off to give me more room, but I can't actually. I can take the bolts out and it's loose, but I can't take it out. There's not enough room. So I'm going to try and get the other two bolts into that, under there and under the pump itself, and then hook these pipes back up, pipe there, and then fill it up with fluid, bleed it, and then hopefully we have a car that is ready for the road again. Yay! Okay, that is now in. The 3 bolts are in, so that's quite secured. I've still got the pipes to do up, but just to show you why it's difficult. So the bolt you can see there straight ahead in the centre is this one. The one that's under the manifold is up here, and the other one is right at the bottom, so it'll be underneath. So it was a bit fiddly, but it actually wasn't too bad, to be fair. Like, I think I've got quite skinny fingers, so I'm able to get in there. I can see why other people might struggle with that, to be fair. Yes, I'm going to hook up these pipes. There's no way I can sort of set you up to see it while I'm doing it, so yeah, give me a few seconds and I'll have all that put back up together. Okay, so all pipes are hooked back up. This line's done up. This is back on. There was another thing I disconnected down here. No idea what it's for, but I took it off to give me more access to get the pump out. That's all back together, all nice and tight. About to put some power steering fluid, or ATF, transmission fluid, and fill it up, and then I'll have to jack it up, turn the wheels left to right and stuff to try and bleed it, get the air out and stuff, and yeah, start topping it up. I'm just going to pour some lovely power steering fluid in there now. It looks the right colour. I'm hoping there'll be no leaks from anywhere. I don't know how much this actually takes, fluid wise, but oh, what lovely day it is today. Perfect for this kind of job. How's it looking? The thing is, once it actually starts pumping and fills the pipes and gets the airlocks out, it will probably drop. So I'm going to put a bit extra in, just to sort of see where. Right, where can I put this? Cool. Line. I'm just going to try and see if I can see any leaks of any kind. Nothing from that T-piece there. There's probably a big airlock there, so it's probably not getting down. It only really leaked when it was running, when the pump was running. Obviously built up pressure, and that's how it was seeping, but I can't see anything dripping at the moment. So probably what I'll have to do is hook the battery back up, start it, and then that might gurgle some air out once the pump starts running. I'll check for leaks. If everything seems alright, I'll jack the front up, just so I can turn the wheels back and forth, and that will help bleed more air out, and hopefully this level will probably drop a bit. when it gets the airlocks out and things. And yeah, we'll do that. Does that have to be on to start the car? Nah. Right, 2 seconds. Okay, she's now running, and so far so good. I can't see any drips, any leaks coming from down there. I haven't moved the wheels or anything yet. Oh, focus. Sorry about that. There's no fresh leaks anywhere. I know you can see it's a bit wet down there, but yeah, there's nothing dripping, which is good. So I think we're maybe onto a bit of a winner. So I need to turn the wheels backwards and forwards and whatnot, naturally bleed the system that way, and then hopefully job's a good one. Right, so the front's jacked up, so I'm just going to turn the wheels back and forth. So I've got no resistance, so everything should just... I can hear the odd little noise here and there. It's like the pump's picking it up, air's being displaced and whatnot. Yeah, just back and forth. I mean, I have no idea how many times I'm meant to do this, but I'll do it a good few times. See? So I'm turning the wheel. I don't know if you can hear it, but I can hear movement. Noises from a pump or something that's chucking things around. Right. So, if I straighten the wheels up, I reckon I can drop it back down and see where it's at. Right, I've just dropped it back down. Let's have a look at the fluid level. I don't know if you can see in there, but it's definitely gone down, which is good. So it's circulated around the system. I can't see any more leaks from down there. So I need to top this back up, and I think we're good to go. Excellente. Okay, I've dropped it down, engine's running, and that is power steering. Dead easy, one-handed. Again, back and forth a few times just to get things moving, and it's using a bit more force now because the wheels are on the ground. And I can really hear the pump, not in a bad way, but I can hear it doing its thing. So, great news. Are my wheels straight? Yeah. So, next thing to do now, flip you back on, next thing to do now is rebook it in for its MOT retest. What time is it now? I can't tell. I think it's like 1 o'clock or something. Whether I'll get it in today, but I've got tomorrow and Saturday to hopefully, sorry, I was just looking at a bit of trim down there, to get it signed off and done, and then it's ready, and hopefully nothing else breaks in that meantime. Nothing else, no more fluids on the floor, or no more pumps failing or anything like that. So I'm going to give him a ring now, and we'll get back to you. So I've just given that garage a ring that I go to, and he said, so it's about 1:30 or something now, and he said give us a ring at 4:15, and hopefully we'll get us in at the end of play today, which will be amazing. So exactly the same thing as happened last week on the Friday. If I get in today, back end of today, to check over the few things I had to do. So it was the handbrake, light bulb, ABS light, and then this power steering pump. If that gets the green light, then we've got a car that's good to go. So I could have it by today, and what a lovely day for it as well. So yeah, fingers crossed there. I'll update you as soon as I can. I have a confession. I was debating whether to tell you. So I locked myself out the car. Engine running, keys in ignition, completely locked out. and for the first time ever I've just had to break into a car. Old school way. I've just had to use this bit of wire so the door was shut. I've had to bend this window back a bit, feed this in and pull that. Well, I won't be doing that again, but it kind of makes you think how easy these things are to steal. And old cars back in the day, an old bit of wire like that just pulled the thing up. Yeah. Oh God. Oh yes, first wash. You've deserved it. Get in there. Whoa, sorry for the camera, I'm doing this one-handed. Okay, another update. Just been to the MOT centre and pass. Get in there. So yeah, no issues. Well, there's the advisories, but no issues. It passed, so it's MOT'd, it's taxed, it's insured, it's ready to use. Rock and roll. Get in. So now I've got my own Daimler to poot around in, you know. And what a cracking thing it is to drive. Just driving it back from the MOT centre there, and some country lanes on the way back, and it's just, you can really open it up and it's so smooth, silky smooth, it's brilliant. So yeah, so if you've enjoyed this video, thank you for watching. See what other bits and bobs we can do to it. Probably, you know, obviously the MOT was the main thing. I'll hopefully get some, you know, more cosmetic things done to it. But yeah, absolutely buzzing with that. So I think it's something I'm going to use for a while, and then yeah, see what the next project will be, however long that will take. I know it's not the fastest channel, throwing out episodes every week or anything like that, but you know, it's getting there. It's work in progress, you know. So thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed it, please subscribe and whatnot. So yeah, see you another time.